In today's lesson, we're going to be talking about geometric series. You may remember from last lesson that a series is a sum. Okay, so think about what makes this geometric. Geometric is when you multiply to get to that next number. So in this case, you can see it's times 2, times 2, times 2, times 2. That's what makes it a geometric sequence. But when we're talking about a geometric series, we're finding the sum. So one thing we could do is just add up all of the terms, and if you add up all of the terms, you're going to get 93 in this example. But that might not always be the best way to do it if we have a lot of terms, or maybe we have some missing information. Luckily, we're going to have a formula. So here's the formula for the sum of a geometric series. Now notice they use the letter S, S standing for series or sum. Problem 1 says evaluate the related series of each sequence. You should try to notice this word series and remember that that means sum. We have a formula for the sum or the series. Sn equals a1 times 1 minus r to the nth power all over 1 minus r. So we can use that formula here, but honestly, it's probably going to be easier just to add up the numbers. If you just add up those numbers, negative 3, 9, negative 27, 81, negative 3 plus 9 plus negative 27 plus 81. That's really all we're doing, 60. Answer should be 60. But let's see how the formula works. In order to use the formula, we're going to need to find A1. A1 is just the first term right there, negative 3. And then R is what you multiply to get to the next term. So go to here, to here, to here. It looks like your R number is negative 3 because we multiply by negative 3 to get to the next number. N is just how many terms there are. Well, we can see 1, 2, 3, 4 terms. N is 4. So once you have the information, plug it into your formula. The sum of the first 4 terms, Sn, I guess, equals A1 is negative 3 times 1 minus R is negative 3 to the 4th power, all over 1 minus negative 3. So we can do this by hand, or it's probably going to be easier to do this on a calculator, but I would recommend you use parentheses around the denominator. Okay, or even better yet, if you said 1 minus negative 3 was 4, it's probably going to be even better to do it that way. So let's look at the calculator. And let's go negative 3 times 1 minus, and I'm going to put this negative 3 inside parentheses. We want to make sure negative 3 is inside parentheses so it can all be raised to the 4th power. Close off the top parentheses and then divide. Now, if you're going to type in the original problem, you need parentheses around that. But since we simplified and cleaned it up to just 4, that should work. Notice it gives me 60, and that's the answer. So it seems kind of silly to use that formula when it was so much easier just to add the 4 numbers together. Keep in mind, it's not always going to be that easy. You're going to have other problems where that information is not going to be given to you. So be aware. You're probably going to want to use the formula.